Alright, well, I'm going to start recording here on this other screen, and I'm just doing a test here, by the way. I'm trying to learn this as I go, so that's why I guess I'm even talking about it. I'll go for a bike ride in a little bit, but I wanted to record this screen and show some cool stuff here. This is the chat program I use for my stock market stuff. You can see we have, it looks like 369 members. Well, that went up one since I looked this morning. So in here you can see the different groups that we talk about. Mike's the guy that moderates this. He actually will do all of the updates. Like, he can only edit this room. This is the open board where you'll see we all talk. It's where I post charts and things and others as well. You can drill into them. You can see this is a upward triangle pattern I've caught wind of and then watched that work. An interesting thing was you can see it hit a bunch of resistance along out here, and Mike taught me how to check for like large buy orders. I set up an alert on a ticker called Tick, T-I-C-K, and I don't know if that's just a Trading View being the drafting app that I use. Is just a symbol for them. Obviously, it's not a stock ticker, but it's called Tick. And what it does is it alerts me when it says large buy and sell programs. And I noticed along here, nothing, tried again, resistance, nothing. This time, as it was closing in the end of the pattern, we started getting buy signals from that tool, alerts, I should say. Buy alerts, beep, beep, beep. And that ran this up, and I believe, actually was running up, and the alerts started happening about here, and I do believe those pushed it up out of past this resistance, therefore forcing a move upwards, which I find just fascinating. So thanks, Mike, for that tip. And I think some of the other members like that as well, by the way. Probably were using it because I showed them how to create the alerts too. Although it doesn't make the frog noise that yours did. I like that. Anyway, so that's really all I have to say about this. Again, this is just kind of a trial, so appreciate anybody that watches it. If it's on my YouTube video, hit like, subscribe, the bell button, ding, ding, ding. Who doesn't like a dinger? Okay, better stop. Thanks. I'm going to add a motorcycle trip to this video later.
Alright, so today is July 1st, and that makes it a long weekend. I've adjusted the camera again, trying to get more of a centered look forward when I ride. Still can't get it. Might have to get a longer pole so it's higher than, otherwise my head gets chopped off. Anyway, choke on. Let's get this thing rolling. That was loud. Alright, so today we spent a lot of time on the stock market. Not as much, well, I did my personal financial statement. It was quarter end, you know. Month end and quarter end, so for the business I had to do month end, and then for my personal stuff I did quarter end stuff. Gotta wait for all the cars to go by. Alright, here we go. I went the wrong way. We're gonna go around the block. Cut up through the town hall. You see the rich people town hall? Built this from literally like a pole shed, which worked just fine for doing what they need to at a town hall. Look at that mansion now, huh? We'll kind of go by it. There you go. Look at that. See the clock in there? I bet you it was a $7,000 clock. Anyway, you can probably see it behind me now as I go by. And we're going to go down and get my work mail at the UPS store. try to mesh this in with the stock market video I just made, which is really about a pattern. Ascending triangle, they call it. It's a bullish pattern, generally meaning that stocks are going to go up when they fall into a pattern. If you really think of what an ascending wedge is, or triangle, I should say, it's a line of resistance that the stock market goes up and hits it and goes, I failed, I failed, But as it does that, it goes shorter and shorter and shorter, in essence making a triangle pattern if you draw it, which you'll see on the stock market capture of this video. What I noticed today was that as the wedge narrowed, or triangle narrowed, and it was still having trouble getting through that resistance point, I noticed that a new tool that I was subscribed or set up, it was an alert on the tick, basically the amount of buys that were happening in the New York Stock Exchange. So all of a sudden, when big institutional companies, JP Morgan Chase, things like that, not guys like Greg, not guys like Nadia, not Perma Maloney, not those kind of people. They don't have enough money to move the markets around. But what they were doing is they were waiting until the pattern was going to break, and they wanted it to be successful when it broke. They wanted it to break up, a bullish pattern. To ensure that, they just rammed some buy orders through, which inflated the stock. Now, when I say buy orders, they're probably millions and millions of dollars, enough to move the entire stock market a few, basis points, maybe up to 20, 30 basis points sometimes, but at least 10. It gets it over that resistance. And when they get over that resistance, well, then all of a sudden the stock that they're working on just keeps going, right? The next resistance. Well, of course they make money on that. Well, I caught that, and that's actually a human it's hard to catch. Like for me to even catch that, I've been doing this for going on 6 years. For me to catch that was just from sheer intuition and experience. Well, they write algorithms that will also draw those patterns and know what to do and when to push it. And that's how institutional companies have an advantage over, retail investors like me, because I can't afford that kind of money to push something over a line or take the chance of it not working, right? But they can. It's nearly not even their money, it's their investors' money. Funny how that works. Anyway, I'm going to do a reverse on the camera so you can see us going down the hill, plus I want to see how I line this up. Alright, we're going down Limekiln, which will bring us down to Monroe, and from there I can just get on Alloway, and that's where my P.O. box is. Anyway, that sounds like a lot, but it's like a mile. Maybe 2. Would have been shorter if everyone had to turn around, but at least you got to see the town hall. Ledgeview Town Hall. Also known as the Taj Mahal. You remember what a waste of money that was. I guess I'm too conservative for the conservatives, because everybody's a Republican up here. Looks like I aligned the camera better, and you don't see the wiggly windshield either. So I'm liking that already. I'm liking the full view. I'll have to see it. There's some stuff on the windshield there. I figured out how to finally get off, but it's kind of time consuming. So if you got some junk on the windshield, I'll get it off. It's just gonna probably take me, well, at least this weekend. I don't have any big 4th of July weekend plans, so I'm doing a staycation here. Gotta slow down a little. I forget the speed limit reduces here. Coming up on the Costco on the left. Oh, I'm going to do a reversal again because I want to see if this thing is still mirroring him properly. Just so you know, when I say reversal, a camera reversal. So instead of pointing the front bike, now you're pointing at me. This is my left hand. We'll see if in the replay if it shows up as my right hand, because that's kind of been the case lately. I don't know, I'll figure it out someday. I'll have to Google it. Alright, back to facing forward. Coming up on our intersection. I go straight through this one, I can go to the Target or the Festival Foods, I think it's called. Or Pick and Save, I'm sorry. I think it was a festival, maybe it got bought. About 3:30 Central Time. So I'd expect, usually I expect a lot of empty buses on the road because nobody rides a bus anymore, but they still seem to send them all out. Something I noticed doing my road work. I'm gonna reverse it since we're just sitting at a stoplight here. We're turning right. But anyway, yeah, so it's fascinating about that, the symbol that you follow on TradingView, which is the drafting tool for technical drafters of the stock market that follow they call them candles. There's the little bars that go up and then they go down on the graphs. It's called TradingView and it works real good. It's a little spendy, but I found if you wait till 10 days before it expires, they give you 40% off. So I'm going to do that every year. I've learned that tool quite well over the years. I actually had several other subscribers to the stock market channel that I'm part of. Also asked me how to set up some alerts and things in that tool today. So one guy actually bought the tool today. I should get a commission. I'm going to flip you around. This is a busy intersection here. LOA and Lime Kiln. I thought this was Monroe, but I guess they still call it Lime Kiln here. Yesterday I had to wait 2 lights here. But it was in the middle of the day when all the non-working people are out and driving around. Come on, turn. They get real terrified when they see me out and gonna turn left. They don't know what to do. Like this guy doesn't realize that lane ends. Now he'll panic. Oh yeah. There's another bike. Hey, at least he got it. I'm having trouble with the camera. Seems like people don't lean back. I don't even know how they can see the camera, frankly, or even know I'm recording. This looks like a phone to everybody, I think, other than I'm talking to you. Here, let's see if this guy waves. Right on. I'm riding a Honda, he's riding a Harley. I've had Harleys. There's the reason why I'm riding Hondas. Harleys are cool, Hondas are reliable. Actually, Hondas are cool too, especially this one. This is a 1990 PC800, Pacific Coast 800 Honda. So it's a collector's item. Ooh, she's cute. Buddy. Alright, this is the UPS store I go to. So we've reached our destination, which is good because we're hitting 11 minutes on the recording. And I heard 12 minutes is the most people can pay attention to on YouTube. So I'm going to have to stop this. I just backed into my spot in case you were wondering what was going on. So I just reversed the camera. This is the UPS store. The hot chick's in the car right behind me. Can you see her? Probably leaving. Give her the pipes. I'm just kidding. Okay, I'm gonna wrap up. Sorry. See, 51 years old and single. Just can't not look everywhere, right? Anyway, I'm gonna go in there and get my mail. So, talk to you soon. We'll have a second part of this video, but only 2. All right. So all I had was a bill, of course. Insurance companies. Honestly, I just wanted the mileage. As of July 1st, did you know that the IRS increased the mileage rate? Sure did, 62.5 cents a mile. I'm riding a bike that gets 50 miles a gallon, so I do all my work errands on this bike as long as I don't need a lot of tools. Because believe it or not, this actually has a trunk on this bike. I should have done a walk around. I'll do that in another video. Anyway, we better get going so I don't run out of time. Alright. Got a lot of people moving around here. I like to just skip them all and go the wrong way. On the wrong See, they're still down there. And I didn't even have to slow down. Oh yeah, I like this much better than the way I had it set up yesterday. I still think my mirroring is backwards though. This is left. This is right. I think that's right until I turn it around. This is right. This is left. We'll see when I watch the video, I guess. Alright. We're gonna go back this way. This line built again. We're not gonna turn and go up the back way. We're gonna stay in the traffic. It's just a little more exciting. Trying to hurry. Now we're getting into some hairy shit. We're gonna come up on one of my favorite roundabouts. You're busy with traffic on a bike, it's fun to scoot through them. Pretty dangerous though. I had a guy actually turn wrong on this one yesterday. Made the car in front of me stop in the middle of the intersection, which I was right behind. Also caused a big pileup. That's why I always take the inside lane on these. I figured worst case I could drive up the and get the guy next to me swearing at something. It's okay, I swear a lot too. I'm just waiting. I just stop for a roundabout and kind of defeats the purpose. Oh yeah, scared of the big circle. You can do it! You can do it! I know you can! Levy? What's her license, please? Believe? Oh, I get it now. I got it. I got it. Well, I believe in going around the roundabout at a reasonable speed. That's what I believe. Alright, we're at the stoplight. We're going to go under Highway 172, which connects the two interstates that go on the west side and east side of Green Bay. This brings us by, oh, I guess you'd call it the area where all the stuff like the coffee shops and stuff like that are. Behind us at that last roundabout is where the like the Costco and the rich people Starbucks and all that stuff is. They like that Target and that Pick and Save too. Sorry, this is kind of an absurdly long light. There's two of them right after it, so hopefully I can hit one or two of them without having to wait this long. It's burning up my video. Doesn't look like it's mine very good. Alright, I'm tempted to go between these cars now. Oh, there's the light turn. I'm gonna switch around. One of these ram mounts, but this bike is fully faired. There's nothing exposed. Everything's under plastic, so there's no even handlebars that you can attach stuff to. So literally, the only way I could put this ram mount on was by using the screw holes in the brake reservoir. You know, on the handlebars. So I removed the original ones, and it comes. The part they give you comes with longer ones. I just realized I forgot to put the thread lock on it. So hope we don't lose the phone. Look at that, we hit both lights green. That's amazing. Got a left lane loser here. Where you like to ride in the left lane even though they don't pass. Here we go, look at it. Why would you stay in the left lane? Because you're rich and don't know how to use the turn signal. That's my conclusion. Idiots. some of the wind noise. It is a little windier today. Alright, we got about a mile before I get up to the next roundabout. I'm going to talk at you for a minute. Maybe a little more. When you have a 32-year-old motorcycle, speedometers are off a little bit. Had to use a GPS to actually compare how far I drove to the odometer, how far I drove, so I knew when I would run out of gas. So on this bike, when you get 130 miles on it, you're out of gas. But you really went probably 150 or more miles. So, kind of funny. Luckily, where I record the miles for work, I put it all in a spreadsheet, and then I keep on spots of the spreadsheet, like the common places I go and the amount of miles it takes to get there. So I don't really have to pay attention to this odometer. Although, being that it messes up my speedometer, I do have to watch a little bit. Look at this guy right up my head. Doing a drive right in my blind spot. He doesn't know that I have this camera on, I can see him. So, alright, I'm going to switch around so you can see this roundabout. The hill on my left here has my local gas station. This roundabout's kind of fun. Usually a little less crowded. I remember this was a four-way stop at one time. Was there staring at me? Better lean way into it. I gotta tell you, for a 32-year-old bike, it is the most comfortable bike I've ever ridden. Other than the shocks are a little weak now. Once in a while you hit a bump, you feel it. But it rides smooth. The seat's a Corbin Gunfighter that's adjustable, really comfortable. And overall, just real happy with this motorcycle. I'm really surprised how cheap they are. I see them, these, and at this age, for under $2,000 in cherry shape too. So, I don't know if this will be the last one I own. They made them till, I think, 95 or 96, on and off the years. So maybe this one's a 90. 89 was the first year. Maybe I'll look at like one of the 95s, 96s, just to see if they upgraded anything. I watched a YouTube video on a 95 yesterday, and other than the color, I really couldn't tell you what the differences were. It didn't seem like much, other than the radio, but I think the guy had an aftermarket one on. Out my knee and my right ankle. Another army thing. But anyway, enough of that crap. Maybe I can even turn this so it looks better at me. I think I almost got this where I wanted finally. Maybe they ain't wrecking the video so bad this time. I don't know why it moves a little bit though. Mounts are really good. They're expensive too. I'm going to upgrade to a GoPro once I commit to all this, using a trial version of the video editing software Camtasia. It's from Fieldstone, and they make a program called Snagit, which I used to use a lot for screen capturing in IT when I was an IT guy for decades and decades. Stressful job. Well, I gotta say, landlording was a little more stressful than I expected. And it's not the work, it's the people. Luckily now, though, I've gotten pretty good at selecting tenants. So here's my house. So at this point, I screen them really, really well. At least I think so. And that helps me with not having problem tenants. I actually got a call for a move out yesterday. Sorry, I'm pulling in the garage right now. Alright. Can't see much in here, I see. So we'll end this real quick. And that's the end of this video. Again, this was just my third test round on this, so I'm glad that, although I still see the camera wiggling, it's weird because I'm just sitting here idling. Almost like a magnetic interference or something, making it all, see it all wobbly? Anyway, I'll figure that all out as I go, otherwise I'm going to have to upgrade all the cameras, which, then I'm committed. Alright, July 1st, I'll have more. It's a long weekend. Almost forgot one thing. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and let the video run an entire length even if you don't watch it, because I need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watching to become where I can get advertisements and generate some income out of this. And then maybe I won't have to do the landlord thing. Trying to see what the heck is making all that weird light. Okay, so I'm really done now. Thanks for watching. Ring the bell, hit subscribe, and what was the other thing? Oh yeah, the like button. And if you subscribe to my channel, I'll subscribe to yours, I promise.